Okay, hello. I have a feeling my presentation is going to be a little bit hard for people to understand, okay? So just before I go into it, for a second, I want you to imagine, okay, that the back of the chairs in front of you, okay, are actually interactive screens. Okay, I want you to imagine that whatever slides I show you, you can actually choose to access them and they will show up as small tiles in front of you. I also want you to imagine that you are actually capable of accessing the files that created those slides, okay, making adjustments to them and sending them back to me. Okay? I also want you to imagine that you can choose to send some of the slides up here to your colleagues sitting halfway across the room as a tile that they may be interested in with a little note attached. Okay? Our proposition is engineered to connect information. It's about smart, interactive furniture. Okay, so, sorry. Okay, so what is the design mantra of the 20th century? Function follows form, okay? Any designer knows function follows form. That's how to create wonderful designs, okay? So, what will the mantra for the 21st century be? I mean, life has changed, okay? We live in a digital age. Okay, I'm really sorry, I didn't actually practice these perfectly, okay? But how will we incorporate the virtual realities into our lifestyles, okay? Into our environments, okay? So what we're proposing is a change, okay, in ergonomic design, where the form will now follow the function, okay? All right, so these are some statistics. Now we used a use case. This is obviously a really broad concept, okay? But we're going to use a use case to try and demonstrate it, and I'm hoping you'll be able to understand it based on what I asked you to think about when it started. We're using the boardroom. And here's some statistics up here about the inefficiency in the boardrooms. Okay, so basically 47% of people think that boardrooms, meetings are a waste of time, okay? Sorry, okay, I'm going to stop now because I'm sorry, I haven't memorized the information. Okay, I'm not going to go into this. This was a study that was done basically assessing productivity, okay? And they actually used the idea of sitting and standing, okay? And they found that when people were standing, they behaved differently. Now, we're not obviously proposing that everybody stands, but what we're saying is there are ways you can change your environment that change the way people behave in the environment. Okay, so these colours are terrible. So the boardroom, a new concept. So again, what are the problems? So we're going to look at the idea of the passive boardroom to begin with. Okay, so when you think about the boardroom that you attend, what do you have? I mean, you may or may not bring your laptop. You may have some paper in front of you, but you don't have access to your own files, and you don't have access. You don't have access to the files that relate to the presentation that you're about to watch. Okay, you can't talk to your colleagues during the meeting because you don't want to be rude. So what we're proposing is an active boardroom with workflow opportunities specific to what I put up here. But there's also the human interaction elements of the design. Okay, so I'm just going to bring us back to what I said initially because, again, like I say, I'm worried these slides will be difficult to understand. So this is Rob. Rob is our presenter. Whenever you see Rob in the left-hand corner of the screen, you can assume that you're watching a slide of the actual presentation board. And this is Jessica, and she's our attendee. So whenever you see Jessica in the left-hand corner of the slide, it means you're looking at a table. Okay, so the tiles, providing flexibility and connection. So we've gone with a table. They're modular units. They can be pulled apart. They can be put together. Okay, so Rob is going to do a presentation, and he has to make a decision about how he wants people to connect in the room. Okay, sorry, I'm finished. Any questions?
So we saw in the demo the use of a Raspberry Pi in the design of the prototype. So is the key selling point here that this is a low-cost alternative to existing interactive services?
Yes, it would be a light version of the product, yes. I know, it's hard to ask questions. Is that it?